Joining me now from Southern California, attorney and congressional candidate for California District 28, Eric Early. Eric, California, this is putting it mildly, is in critical condition. And we point out on this program why the rest of the nation, why the other 49 states should care about California, because often if California sneezes, the rest of the country gets a cold. And what we're seeing in this case with Kate Steinle, unfortunately, is the reality of the legal system. You're an attorney. The legal system in California, it's upside down. It's not where it should be.
You know, Graham, this is the latest travesty we've seen out here. Listen, anybody who has common sense knows that this guy he murdered Kate Steinle. The fact that this could be overturned, his even minimal conviction could be overturned, is the latest outrage. And of course, it started with the sanctuary state law, which I call the Illegal Immigrant Felon Protection Act. The term sanctuary state is just one of the Democrats and the mainstream media's total misnomers. This fellow had committed felonies in California before he killed Kate Steinle. And state and local law enforcement were prevented by the sanctuary state law from turning him over to ICE. If ICE had him, they would have thrown him out of the country.
And from a constitutional perspective, a sanctuary state is attempting to, and getting away with at this point in California, nullifying the United States Constitution. Now, if I remember right in my history, of the United States history, we fought a war, the most bloody war in this country's history, over states attempting to nullify the Constitution. At some point, doesn't California have to be held accountable?
California does need to be held accountable. You know, what we have out here is we have this ruling cabal of Democrats who care more for illegal immigrants than they care for our citizens. The laws that they're passing out here are just ridiculous. You've got this governor who wants to give free health care to all illegal aliens. They have this sanctuary state nonsense. They are doing everything they can to encourage the ongoing influx of illegal immigrants. Our state is financially bankrupt. I do believe the sanctuary state law is unconstitutional, and eventually, I believe the worm's going to turn out here. I believe they're going to finally overstep their hands one time too many, and more people will start voting conservative, voting Republican again out here in California. But right now it's a big fight, as you well know, Greg.
Yes, and the Democrats in Congress give cover to the radical politicians in California. Now, the guy that you're running against is about as radical as they get.
Yeah.
Adam Schiff. And he's hated, apparently outside of his district, he's hated, but in his district, he keeps getting reelected. But his Liberty score, if you go on a conservative review, F. Across the board, budget, environment, free markets, it's F, 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 F. He doesn't care about Kate Steinle. He cares more about perpetuating this Russian collusion myth.
Listen, you know, Graham, he deserves all of those Fs. If you could get lower scores than Fs, he would deserve that too. He supports all these outrageous policies out here in California and this Democrat cabal, of course. You know, Adam Schiff, Graham, is a liar. He's a leaker. He's a national disgrace. And we need to send him into permanent political retirement, and that's why I'm running. You know, I stepped up. I didn't see anybody else good step up for this position, and I'm taking him on. And as you said, this district is very plus percentage-wise Democrat, but
Democrat plus 23, right? That ain't easy, Eric.
Not easy, but you know, I'm getting tremendous support primarily from around the country, from conservatives around the country who can't stand this guy, and we're going to take the message to the local voters, because while Schiff has been spending the last 2 years lying to the American people about Donald Trump, he's been in office for a little over 20 years, and when you look at what he's done for the district, he's done nothing. Yep. It's like a joke here. This is a man who just needs to get on camera and lie about Donald Trump. So we're going to be presenting to the citizens of our district what needs to be done and what this guy hasn't done. It starts with the homelessness crisis, which a lot of your viewers, I'm sure, have heard about, and goes on from there.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.